Conscious Whispers. So we're on the last page now of book 1 of Conscious Whispers, from the act of believing. And in book 2, we're going to be moving on to the art of being, where we're still shedding the beliefs. And it's the last page where you really start to become more you. And the books are journeying you through into a healing, which I didn't realize before I started colouring in the pages, but it's taking you through a healing journey which you can do in your own time. Taking the information that's in the videos, a lot of it is channeled. So even when I'm listening back, recording elements from the video into the podcast, I'm regrowing through another healing, and more information is coming to light. The last page that we're on today, and this will probably be the last page I do this year, is pause. In the stillness of dark, muddy waters, the lotus flower emerges, untouched, unspoiled from where it has come. Your story is asking for stillness, to settle in, get present, and see that you are in a swamp, but you are not the swamp. You are the lotus, beauty, untouched. What I like about this page is the fact that yesterday it was 11:11, and I always have people asking me these questions. Reena, what do you do when it's the 8:8 portal or the 11:11 portal? I don't do anything different, because I like to treat every moment where I'm conscious as if it is my 11:11 portal. The moment I step into my heart, I'm creating that. And in this page, when this sketch came through, so I saw the pause here, and when the lotuses got drawn, what I noticed was 11:11. When you go still, when you allow yourself to go free from here, and you surrender into here, your 11:11s, your 8:8, your 9:9, your whatever you want to call them, they open, they connect. Magic happens, universe happens, God happens, whatever you want to call it. So go into the pause, into the stillness. Let's go. I actually want to, I'm choosing to do the lotuses in a blue colour. Normally I would go for like purples and pinks, but I'm choosing blue because in one of the Ramayan series I watched, before he was going on his journey to rescue Sita from Ravan, he was doing a prayer for success, for victory, for whatever he was doing the prayer for. But the bit that stood out for me was Hanuman got asked to bring lotuses, blue lotuses, and he bought the blue lotuses, and as Ram is putting them into the oven that's been created for the ritual that he's doing, there was one lotus missing, and it had been taken on purpose as a test to test Ram. So Ram was about to offer his eye, and from there, or even before, he got called the one whose eyes are like blue lotuses. And I probably just told that story really bad, so I do apologize. But what stood out for me was Neel Kamal, blue lotus. So that's what I'm going to use here. What do you actually know about a lotus? What do you understand about the journey of the lotus? Why is the lotus deemed so important? Where are you being a lotus in your life? Where would it benefit you to be a lotus energy in your life? If you've ever seen a lotus, how does it make you feel? Which area, which part of your life is asking for you to go still? What in your life could do with more calm, more steadiness? What are things, practices, tools that you have that you can use that are healing, that help you, support you to connect into your deeper calm? Can you use these tools, these practices, anywhere you go? Can you breathe deep into your lungs? Bring healing light in. Pause. And exhale out. Pause after the exhale too. Takes practice. I was watching episode 2 episode 2, movie 2 of the Kill Bill series yesterday. I love the movies. I think they're great. They're brilliant. And I was speaking to a friend yesterday about how originally when I've watched the movies over the last 20 something years, originally when I've watched the movies, I always used to think, why is Pai Mei so cruel to Uma Thurman during her training? Like, you know, her hands are hurting. Why couldn't he just allow her to eat the rice with her hands? Why was he making her use the chopsticks? And yesterday was the first time ever I watched that and I was like, oh my God, he's not being cruel. That's him being loving, genuinely loving and helping Uma Thurman to grow. Because what she faced after that, after her training in real life, in her journey, those things that he on purpose taught her became the ways that she was able to survive. For example, when she was placed into the coffin and buried alive, her ability to maneuver her fingers, her hands, to use the small knife to cut the ropes, her ability to be able to punch through the coffin, because she'd been training to be able to do that. It was mindset for her. Her teacher, Pai Mei, he wasn't cruel. He was brilliant. Brilliant. Because her journey ahead was cruel, he prepared her. And it made those moments manageable. She was able to win. Even though in her training she would have felt like she was failing at times. But in life, she was winning. Never see failure as a reason to stop. Failure is just teaching you there's another way to do this. And are you willing to step into that other way, to grow, to do, to be? I mean, what a brilliant movie by Quentin Tarantino. Brilliant. And I'll never watch it in the same way again now. If your teacher is hard on you, is pushing you to grow, it's because they see that there's more to you than you can see. My personal trainer, she admits to me the way she works me, she doesn't work any of her other clients. And I can tell she thoroughly enjoys it. And I thoroughly enjoy it. Thoroughly enjoy it. She works me hard, but in a good way. We gotta let life grow us. If you wanna be the lotus in your journey, be willing to fall, be willing to fail, be willing to grow, be willing to feel pain, be willing to allow the ego to go, be willing to be vulnerable. Same blue. Doesn't have to be symmetrical. Let's go for this one. What movies inspire you? Where in your life, at what point are you in your own movie of life? Wherever you press pause, pause at this junction. Pause, reflect, see, what do I have available to me? What do I need to know more about before I make my next steps, before I continue to judge the situation before me? Wherever you are in your journey, press pause, journal, reflect. Take a breath. Take a moment for yourself. I had the most interesting experience as a healer yesterday, and I've been working with this person for a long time now. I couldn't understand why these few things weren't shifting. Before I was recording this video, I asked myself, should I talk about this? Because I've always refrained from talking about certain things. The other thing I've noticed though is I can't do everything myself. So I'm going to share something with you on here about something I noticed. A lot of the times we talk about things like black magic, especially in the Indian communities. Black magic. It's a thing. People go to people to have things done on other people. I don't recommend it. There's a huge karma that has to get paid from this. People that go out to do this on other people, it's not their fault either. They would have been victims of some sort of trauma, which made them vulnerable to dark energies, which would have been whispering in their ears to give them the idea to do this. Inherently, when we're all born, we're all light beings. That's my belief. So, one of the things that I found yesterday was that in this lady, there was this dark energy, and I called upon light beings for protection. When this dark energy was removed, it transformed into a light being itself. Its original home inside of itself was in a light realm, but the light being had been cursed, condemned to be in darkness because of something that would have happened many, probably thousands of years ago, hundreds, thousands of years ago. Now, this entity changed from darkness to light, and it said thank you as it left. Not all darkness is dark from the outset. There's light somewhere there too. There's light trapped around darkness, in darkness. So when we ask, and you can do this in your own body, if there's any light beings trapped in darkness that are around me that need salvation, that need mukti, may Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Jesus, Shiva, whoever your heart wants to call in, may these light beings be blessed by the angels, released so that they can go back to their original homes in love and in light. I can't actually believe I'm talking about this in a video, but a lot of people, they just see darkness as darkness. No. No. I don't. I believe there's light to be found. God created the dark. God created the light. And when we pause to reflect, God loves all of their children. There was a talk I was a part of on Sunday where the lady, she was talking about parasites in the body. I didn't know that her talk would open up a world for me to see what I saw and experienced yesterday. There's light always everywhere, and when you can't see the light, you be the light. You shine. You hold the faith in your heart and you shine. I mean, what do I say after sharing something like that? That energy exists. Well, we're all energy. That there's truth to the histories that we have, what are called mythologies. I've been experiencing, not as myth. How can a woman of science be drawn into something like this? How can we take you seriously now if these are the things you're going to be talking about? Really not a me problem. The more real I am, the more truthful I am, the better for me. And whoever needs it, whoever needs to hear it, will. And what's the harm? What's the harm in asking light beings, ascended beings, to come and bless you, your body, your temple? What's the best that can happen if your temple is being blessed with love, with light? What is the best that can happen? I can feel this calmness inside of me today as I'm colouring this page. It's like I want to take my time to appreciate this one, because it's the last page in the book and it will be over a month. I don't think I'm gonna, yeah, I don't see me doing book 2 until next year now. Because I feel, and I felt, seeing this page this morning, I felt that it was time to pause, time to reflect, time to heal, time to take in my own journey. And you have to listen to the energy around you. What is it calling you into? My mind would want to tell me to carry on, do what I'm doing, just do every page every day. But if I'm being asked to pause, there's a reason behind that. And I don't need to know the reason now. I just know it's going to be for my benefit and the benefit of the work that I'm doing. When was the last time you asked or spoke in to have your body blessed? Intentionally. Some of you might say, well, you know, I've bathed in the Ganga, I've bathed in sacred waters. have you from your heart spoken the words yourself? Have you allowed healing light to immerse into your body? Have you allowed your body to move from slowness, darkness to light? Okay, let's do brown stalk. Oh, is it green? It'd be green, wouldn't it? That green. If you're a healer, what's the most magical thing you've ever experienced? If you've had a healing, what's the most magical thing you've ever experienced? Life is short. Life really is. And isn't it better to be here, be honest, be real than pretending? What are the things that you like to do when it's 11:11? I'm not against people doing these things. Everyone should follow their own heart, what feels good for them. I just always think to myself, if I was a yogi in a cave, would I be thinking it's the 11:11 portal? I don't think. No, I don't think I would. I do, however, definitely connecting to moon energy. Moon connects us to our mind. Moon is close to the earth, and that's why it has an influence on us, as do other planets, but Moon especially. As I'm going into the stillness of this page, there's this big part of me that's also happy not to speak, because it's also reflecting on the page as well, of pausing. To pause is to reflect. To pause is to go still. To pause is to just be where you are right now and see it not as a swamp. See it from the eyes of a lotus. If you want to know where to go still, you can have a look in terms of your own chart. Have a look as to where Scorpio is sitting in your birth chart. Scorpio would represent the swamp. Scorpio will represent sudden ups and sudden downs. So what do we need to do if there's sudden ups and sudden downs? Breathe, go still. In which house, Gendra, which house is your Scorpio? Where is the transformation happening in your life? It's not a bad thing, it's just where to go still. Where to go to. I accept this is what's happening. This is the way it is. And what next? These vines have grown on the pause button because of its stillness, because it chose to move through stillness. And when it moved through stillness, that was when the lotus emerged. Because the lotus realized it wasn't happening to it. It realized the journey happened for it. There's a divine wisdom in everything. But I need my life to be this way and then I'll be happy. Let go of the control of it needing to be anything other than what it is. Let it go. This idea that our way is going to be better than the way of the divine, I find that interesting. The divine is working inside of you, for you. How often do you go and speak to that divinity that created everything? How often have you asked that divinity, how are you? How are you feeling with your creation? Is it working? Is it what you expected it to be? What do you need from me? What seva can I do to help you, God? What would happen if you took more deeper breaths in a day before starting your day as you woke up in the morning? What would happen if you stretched more in the morning before you started your day? What could happen? What would happen if you woke up and the first words that came out of your mouth were, thank you? When we do things when things are hard, when things are good, it's just a walk in the park. And when things get hard again, we get to look back and say, well, I did it when that happened, so I can do it now too. It becomes muscular. What else would you want to explore in stillness? Until you go still, you don't know. Until you go still, you don't have time to look around and go, huh, all of that's happening too. I didn't know. Until you go still. Stillness is a superpower. Use it to grow you, to show you, to lead you, to direct you, to call you in to your heart. If you're wondering how to heal, what you can do to heal, one of the things I do is I ask myself, what would a yogi do? They would stretch their body. They would move their body. They would breathe. Do those things. Breathing and movement, they create space within you. Space for oxygen, for blood to move into every cell of your being. More blood, more oxygen, more healing. Natural. Doesn't have to be fancy. Intentional and on purpose. With purpose. When you reach a point where you're receiving more oxygen, more healing, more love and light into your body, your heart will direct you to what else you need. It's never about following anyone else's journey. Follow your body. It's a manual for you. You just gotta open it, read the signs, have your blood work done, get things checked, do a full MOT on your own body. Your body will thank you for it. Reduce your sugar intake. I've never heard anyone say, yeah, sugar's really good for this. Processed food is really good for this. I've got some chia seeds, cacao, soaked raisins waiting for me. Once I've completed this page, if you want something to transform in your life, press the pause button on it and have a look at everything, all the things you're not seeing. Go in and reflect on your inner eye, intuition, wisdom. Colour, shall we do the pause? Actually, let's do this first. If it's a swamp, it would be a greeny blue. Let's do a bit of blue and green. And a bit of brown. Purple was calling me from the start. Be okay being in your own company. Be okay taking moments just for yourself. Do a spa day by yourself. Go for lunch by yourself. Go out for a smoothie, coffee, a walk by yourself. Be in the company of you. Do you like your company? When you spend time with yourself, you end up learning a lot about who you are away from people. You end up learning a lot. Go in, go still, reflect.
Sorry?
Yep.
There's no stupid paperwork, really.
Until next year.